What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Mike Pearse. I'm from England. I'm English.
Okay. What brought you to Holland?
I was married to a Dutch woman and yeah, we decided to come and we have a boy. We decided to come and live in Holland.
Okay. How old is he?
He is now 8 years old.
And his name is?
Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver, yeah.
Yeah. What's some important sayings that one would need to know coming from England to Dutch sayings? What are some Dutch things that you would definitely...
Borreltijd was the first Dutch word I ever learned.
What word?
Borreltijd.
Borreltijd.
Borreltijd, yeah.
What's that?
Hapjes. We were living with this guy, Arjan, and he said, right, Mike, first word you have to learn is borreltijd. Little drinkies, little hapjes, about 6 o'clock in the evening, sort of like just after work but before dinner, to sit round and have some gezelligheid.
That's the second word you need to know.
Yeah, gezelligheid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you live in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
So what are some great places to go out to have a good time? For you?
For me, personally, as a writer, I love just cycling or walking along the canals. And these little cafes, sitting in cafes during the day, watching people cycling past the windows. As a writer, I just could sit in a cafe all day and watch the world go by. And Amsterdam is a great place to do that.
Yeah. If people moving from England coming here, is there any cultural difference that might be shocking to them?
Yes. I remember reading in a book saying that the Dutch, of all the European countries, the Dutch are closest to being English. English people tend to see Dutch as like English, except they speak Dutch. But there is a big cultural difference. There is a big difference in attitude, in...
Name are two things that are really different.
When a Dutch person says it, Dutch people are very proud of their bluntness. We say things like they are. But there are certain things that they're very sensitive about.
Such as?
The language. The fact that English people tend to not learn Dutch. Dutch people are quite sensitive about that, I've found, but they pretend not to be. Until, you know, but the question I've been asked, the same question, whether it is like an 80-year-old man or an 18-year-old girl, how long have you been here? And then, do you speak Dutch? And then they'll say something in Dutch, and so it says, ja, ik ben hier voor 6 jaar. And they think, okay, 6 years, that's about right for 6 years. You kind of see this calculation going on behind the head saying, all right, you know, he's doing it properly, he's being polite. There is a feeling that you kind of feel that they have a bit of a chip on their shoulder about the fact that nobody learns their language, that everybody learns English or German or French. Yeah.
Is there anything else you would want to tell someone who's thinking about moving here? That you think they should know?
I think the most... Someone moving here for the first time, I think the best thing that they could do to integrate is actually to find other expats as soon as possible. Join a club, just have something outside of the Dutch. I remember when I joined a drama group after a year, it made all the difference. In my marriage at the time, I'm divorced now, but at the time it made a huge difference in the marriage, just meeting other foreigners, not just English, but Americans, Italians, French, all the people living in Amsterdam. And just being able to talk about, you know, just being able to relax and be yourself.
Yeah.
Because you are a foreigner. And you will always stay a foreigner. And meeting other foreigners just made a hell of a difference. Made all the difference.
Great.